Hello and welcome to this week's Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young and together with my jolly good chum Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin.
Where dreams begin.
And I have with me this week our good friends from Down Under, Down Under, Kat and Lewis. Hello guys.
Hey Michelle, how you going?
Good day, Michelle.
All the better from speaking to you both.
Although I hear that we sent some of the traditional Australian heat up to you guys for your summer.
Yeah, can you have it back please?
Yeah, no, we're not ready.
43 degrees in my car, centigrade. Literally, I could have cooked my dinner on my bonnet.
Yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice and it's exhausting as well. So I kind of feel for you guys.
Well, it's nice and cool and grey and cloudy and rainy at the moment. So good old British weather for the summer is back.
Nice.
Yeah, preparing myself for the daily Florida downpours by the rain. Perfect.
A bit of humidity.
Oh, absolutely. So I thought today I'd have you guys on with me to talk a little bit about what's happened in Walt Disney World since we've both been on our trips, because I went in July, August of 2019 and you guys were there a couple of months before in the May. So it's been 3 years since either of us set foot in Florida, and I thought it'd be really useful to have a little bit of a chat about some of the things that have come since our last trips and things that we're looking forward to, not looking forward to, our take on everything. What do you think?
Sounds really good because there is so much stuff that was just on the cusp of happening last time that we're all over there.
Very true. Things are being built.
Well, talking of things that are being built, let's just touch on Tron, because I know you guys have ridden it overseas. Tell us a little bit about how exciting it's going to be to have it in the Magic Kingdom.
It's going to be so exciting. It's going to be such a loved ride, provided that they do the same build-up. Like, I'm really hoping that the pre-show is going to be as good as what it is in Shanghai, because I think that was, for me, it was the build-up as much as actually getting onto the ride car and just like shooting off.
Because there was like a couple of sections that you went through in the lead up to getting onto the ride. We didn't understand a lot of it because obviously it was all in Mandarin, so but it still looked nice. The pictures were very nice.
I thought it was subtitled.
It might have been subtitled. I can't remember.
I'm sure it was subtitled. Yeah.
Okay. But the
I learnt some of it while I was there, but I've forgotten it now.
the one thing was there was a room you go into, and you go in there and the door's shut, and you're in that room for probably about a minute, 2 minutes, something like that. But the glass that's in front of you is opaque, and then it goes clear. And then you're looking down at the launch area for the coaster, and then you watch a launch go off.
Yeah,
really
so
cool.
it doesn't it goes clear just as that launch is happening. So it really builds up the anticipation of getting onto the ride, and the ride itself is just so good. It's like, it's kind of reminds me a little bit like Test Track.
Yeah, but it's kind of different in that in Test Track you've got a lot of indoor stuff, then you've got the outdoor stuff, and then that's the end of the ride pretty much. Whereas with Tron, it's you start off indoors and you launch straight outside, do a Yui, and the rest of the ride is on the inside.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's very cool. And there's a part in the ride where there's a big screen beside you, and there's another Tron vehicle, and you're kind of like racing against them, and then they crash and stuff. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if it's exactly the same.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll change some stuff up. But it's so much fun, and it's a real thrill as well.
I suppose one thing we know from things such as Flight of Passage, Disney love a good pre-show and a pre-show, don't they?
That's true.
Not looking forward to the line though. I must admit that's going to be the thing. It's either going to be a long line, or you're probably going to end up paying for this one.
Probably paying for it if you don't want to wait for 6 hours. You never know with virtual queues. Again, it's another reason to get up at 0700 on a holiday.
Mind you, it is a fairly fast loader, and it does get a fair whack of people on the on each of the carts, because it was like both sides that you had two trains running, and so it just kept on going and going and going.
And you keep on going and going on about Tron.
Yeah,
We've
sorry.
got so much more to talk about.
It's a good ride.
What else has happened? Well, let's talk about the 50th celebrations. Have you been swept away in all the excitement and all the wonderful things that have been planned?
Yes and no. I think at the beginning we were quite enthralled with some of the stuff that we could access on YouTube and things. But I must say it felt like it hasn't been as well promoted as it could have been.
I'm not really interested in it at all, to be honest with you. It's just like, yeah, whatever, because they've always got like a, it's either a festival or it's this or it's that. It's kind of like,
wow,
I don't care. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's really like just, it's more like the attractions and stuff like that. Just get them open.
And the food.
Oh, the food
the
attractions.
Festivals give good opportunities for food.
Yeah, but the 50th doesn't seem like they've done anything spectacular. It doesn't seem like there's anything really cool to go there and see. It's kind of like they've just gone, people are kind of hanging to come back to Disney, so we really don't need to try hard at all. And so people are going. I mean, and as long as people are going and Disney don't have to do anything, they're just going to keep on not really not really doing anything better than what they've done before. Because why should they spend money if they don't need to?
Do you think, Michelle, that it's been dampened a little bit by like people not being able to travel as much, so they've played it down a little bit?
Possibly so, or maybe it's the fact that they lost so much money when the park was closed. They're just trying to add on the extra dollars to food and merch and retail, etc., to try and claw that back that they've not invested. The thing that has stunned me to disbelief is that they have not brought on a nighttime show for the 50th. That to me is ridiculous. It should have been brought back. We lost the Main Street Electrical Parade. That's now over in Disneyland. It's proper home. But where's Paint the Night? Can't they surely give us that? Or something to show that Walt Disney World is 50 and here's our celebratory parade. I think they've missed a biggie on that one. Yeah, it's great seeing characters in the daytime, but on a night, for me, I want to see a nighttime parade. I want to see nighttime fireworks. That is my perfect end to a Disney day.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they did miss a beat there.
Honestly, what I'm looking forward to is like once people have, gone there and got their Disney fix and gone, well, it's not as good as it used to be, and it's a lot more expensive. And then maybe go somewhere else next time, and then the crowds at Disney start to dwindle. Or actually, when Universal Studios opens up their third gate, and then Disney starts seeing people deviate towards there, to finally see them actually putting a bit of effort and time into the parks and like start raising the standard and start bringing back the shows and actually trying to entice people to go there, because at the moment I don't think they're enticing at all.
Good point. You can't just give us out iridescent cupcakes and think that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We've had some changes to Jungle Cruise to try and make it a little bit more in line with modern day thinking as well. Yes. Couple of changes there. But nothing that detracts from the ride, I don't think.
No, you haven't got a Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt animatronic in there yet.
Yeah, that's really disappointing. Until Dwayne's skippering the boat, we won't get too excited.
That would be such a good idea, though.
Oh, it'd be lovely. Can you imagine if you could if you just rocked up there and he was your skipper, or if Emily Blunt was your skipper? I mean, that would just be amazing.
You've just made my mind up. I'm going to watch Jungle Cruise this afternoon. Fantastic stuff.
Yay.
I'd like Steve Martin to be my skipper, to be honest with you. If I had to choose anyone, I'd go Steve Martin.
Oh, so good.
Because he was a skipper.
He was.
He was.
Yeah, I know, but really?
Yeah, that would be awesome. He's a wild and crazy guy.
Will his Zimmer frame get him into the boat?
I know, right?
Not that old.
He is!
Seriously!
He's always I need to Google how old Steve Martin is right now because I'm watching in Only Murders in the House and he is quite an old gentleman on that.
Yeah, but he must be what, like 75?
Yeah, still in charge of all his faculties.
It's so strange that a lot of those people that we watched in movies and admired are all aging so much. But don't send me off on a tangent because you will never get out. Oh, he was born in 1945. He's only 3 years younger than your dad.
So he's a 77.
Yeah, that's old.
Wow.
Oh, come now.
Wow.
Not this.
He's young at heart.
William Shatner's 91. I mean, and he's still driving himself around. So old is different these days.
Yeah, let's not go down that avenue. Let's go back to Disney Enchantment, the newer nighttime fireworks performance. I haven't actually seen this because I've avoided watching it on YouTube because I want to get the full effect myself on the first night when I get to Walt Disney World. Nice to have a new show, but it's no wishes.
No, I don't think anything's going to be wishes except for wishes, which is a silly thing to say, I know, but I think that it was the most wholly satisfying, everyone loved it, nighttime spectacular, and I think that they're going to have to work really hard to get back to that level.
Yeah, and again, finances.
That's true, because development and everything like that, it takes time and money.
Yeah, and having seen the amazing nighttime drone show over at Disneyland Paris, seeing what they can do and how their nighttime show is a spectacular, makes me worry a little bit that the new show Enchantment is going to be a little bit, but Paris had drones, Paris had screens, Paris had water, Paris had fireworks, we'll see what happens.
Well, if Paris jumped off a bridge, would you do the same?
Listen to it.
Shall we hop to the DHS, a little bit of Hollywood Studios, and there's a new attraction for us all?
Wait a second. You said going to Hollywood Studios and there's a new attraction for us all. No. There is 3 new attractions for us all. Because, well, at least the 3 new attractions.
Actually, when you went in 2019, Michelle, was the
Galaxy's
new...
Edge.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I've forgotten all about that. I've forgotten all about Walt Disney World's Galaxy's Edge because I've been over to Disneyland and I've ridden one of the attractions and walked through the land. But yeah, it wasn't open when I went in the August. And yeah, you are right. It's not 1 attraction, it's 3.
Yep.
Yep. So that's pretty huge. It's something that we were really, really, really hanging out for.
Weirdly enough, though, the desire's kind of like waned.
Has it?
Yeah, I'm not like, oh, I must get over there. I'm just kind of like, I'll get over there eventually. It's I don't know why.
Wow.
But it's I don't know.
I can't wait to get on those attractions.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be amazing.
I think there's 2 of the 3 that I'm excited for. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, having ridden it in Disneyland, is like, I can sit at the back and be an engineer and press a button and watch a screen. How exciting is that? The best bit about that attraction is being able to have my picture taken around the chess table and see the Hondo animatronic. That is the best bit. Once you've done that, you can leave. Don't even bother going on the attraction.
Really? Didn't float your boat?
No, because I'm a short lady and I couldn't see in front of the people in front of me who were on the exciting seats. I was the engineer, so I'm at the back, couldn't see anything. It was like a bit of a Star Toursy type thing, and it was a bit meh.
So you need to be a pilot.
No, didn't get to be a pilot, didn't get to be anything exciting.
You've got to be the pilot. Otherwise, there's no point doing that ride.
Well, the thing is, unless I'm travelling with a group of 4, it's very unlikely I'll get to be that. I'll probably be the engineer every time I wait like 2 days to go on it. Oh, engineer, whoopee-doo.
Yeah, that's not much fun.
I wonder how long it'll take before Disney goes, but you could pay to be the pilot.
Don't give them ideas, Lewis.
Oh, never say these things out loud when it's going into a recording, Lewis. You know that they're listening.
Yeah.
Chapek gets all his good ideas from Michelle's show.
They did it with Snow White's Eatery, just saying.
Right.
Rise of the Resistance is really exciting to me, though. That looks fantastic. But I'm already hyperventilating about what if I can't get on it? Do I have to pay $15 to ride it? Because again, it's, I've got the Genie Plus, so 700, I'll be there trying to get my place on the attraction. I just don't know. It just takes the magic away from a holiday, having to get up at such a stupid time.
I mean, you know that we're rope droppers, but I still agree that it takes the magic away, having to do all these bookings every day. Like, that was the great thing. You were booked, you were planned, and don't get me started.
Isn't Genie Plus, though, for that, either you line up and stand by or you pay to get on it? Am I mistaken that there's a free lightning lane?
If I'm wanting to get to Hollywood Studios as the park opens, where's my Wi-Fi to do that? Because if I'm leaving my resort at 06:30 to get there nice and early, I'm going to have to get somewhere in Hollywood Studios where I can find a little bit of Wi-Fi before the parks open. Being an international guest, it's a real challenge, is that. So I technically won't be able to leave my resort till at least 7:03.
Have you considered getting a local SIM card for your phone?
That is a conversation I intend to have later today, because I do have a spare mobile that I will be taking, and I'll be speaking to some lovely American friends to see if they can pop one in the post for me.
Yeah, good plan.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? Another revamp of an existing attraction with a new theme? What do we think?
Look, I'm excited. I mean, I enjoyed the attraction as it, in its form, because I think it was lovely going through the journey of all the movies and stuff, but I'm kind of excited for this.
Deathly silence from Lewis.
Yeah, I know, right? He's contemplating how much he hates the idea of going on this attraction.
Which attraction was that?
Were you not even listening?
I'm still not sure about getting onto Rise of the Resistance with the lightning lane through Genie Plus. I think it's a paid option or a standby queue.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to find that out.
Thank you, Lewis. Now, what do you think about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway?
Oh, yeah, it looks all right.
Wow, that was really worth waiting for.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's...
Too cutesy?
No, I just think that maybe I'll listen to too many Disney podcasts, but I'm just not finding it is desirable to want to go over there and ride these rides and stuff like that at the moment. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just hard to get excited about it now, because it's just like, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I know. But when you do eventually get there, are you or are you not, is it going to be a good attraction, do you think?
I think it'd be like, it's going to be a screen-based attraction. So, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Wow, I think maybe you need to maybe go sit this one out or something, because you're just not feeling the love.
Well, maybe we can tantalise Lewis's taste buds with the up-and-coming opening of Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. What do you think to that one?
Do you know, I didn't even know this was on the horizon. Tell me more.
It's basically what it says on the tin. You can go inside to these rooms that Andy has created. Is like a new rodeo arena with all these toys and play sets. So I imagine it's going to be very much to the scale and feeling as when you're going through on the attraction. But then you're sat in the middle eating basically barbecue type foods, some ribs, some chicken bone, cornbread, beans and that sort of thing. There's no menu, there's no pricing, there's no date, but it's going to be in Toy Story Land, and that's basically all we've been told.
I think that sounds pretty cool, because it sounds like, the taking the idea of Bistro Chez Remy and then making it more casual dining.
Yeah. I just think it's a shame it's got to be barbecue, because I hate barbecue unless we're getting your dad coming along with his smoked turkey machine and giving us that, because that sounds amazing.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it was epic. Absolutely epic.
So is it a quick service or is it a sit-down kind of dining experience?
It's meant to be a table service, and I believe it's going to be eat as all you care to enjoy.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah.
I always find that the food in those kind of places are it's kind of quantity over quality. So the food is usually a bit crap. So yeah, it's unfortunate. I wish it was just like we do things and make it good, as opposed to we do things and make a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I hate the whole idea of having ribs and chicken drumsticks and that kind of cuisine. It's not my favourite. I think if you have some really nice smoked brisket or some pulled pork or some smoked turkey, that kind of food, I'd rather pay a little bit more because it's better quality food rather than cheap and cheerful type. But knowing Disney, they'll slap on an extra $20 per person and have alcohol with it as well, which then prices it over the $60 mark, which is a bit expensive for a meal, really.
Yeah, it's getting up there.
Anything else about Hollywood Studios that you've not seen?
I don't think that there's been any other changes. Lewis, can you think of anything?
No, not really. No.
Okay, so for me, the big place with a lot of changes is going to be Epcot, because they've even taken the names of the places that we know, Discovery World and all of this lot, and they've put in some new names, which I can't even for the life of me remember what they're going to be. So there's the whole new entrance, they've got rid of the tombstones, they've opened it up. There's the new lighting on Spaceship Earth, which looks fab.
Oh, I'm excited to see that in person.
So we haven't even got in the park and it's exciting.
Yeah.
So what about where should we start? Food or attractions?
Let's start with food.
Well, you've got a fair few new options here. You've got Space 220, you've got Le Crepe de Paris, and there's the Connections new eatery. So take a pick. Which one do you want us to talk about first? Which are you most excited about?
Do you know what? Like, I am really excited to ride that elevator up to Space 220. I know it's probably going to be lame, but I am.
Just get to the top and say, "Now I don't want to eat now. Can I go back down again?"
Yeah. Actually, that journey made me slightly nauseous. I think I need to get back to Earth.
Yeah, and save myself $70.
Yeah, I reckon.
Is that a like a la carte menu, or is that a set menu as well on that one?
It's a 2-courser or 3-courser set menu, but they also have a lounge attached to it, which you can do an advanced dining reservation for. So that was the route I did, so that we can go to the lounge, have the experience of going up and down the magical elevator, and then get asked for a glass of water, and then leave, and not spend a penny because I'm so tight.
You are such a Yorkshire girl.
Absolutely. I think I might just, even the desserts don't tempt me. We might just get a cocktail and take pictures of other people's food and the view and everything like that, and not even bother eating there.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea.
Well, the food's not exciting me and it all looks so expensive.
And really average in terms of the offering.
I've not watched one review that said, "Oh my word, you've got to go there for this food. It's amazing."
Yeah, they're just resting on the theming, and they need to put more effort into the actual food.
Yeah. Another eatery that's new is Le Crepe de Paris over in Epcot World Showcase. This has got me excited because I love a good old crepe or a pancake, we call them over here.
Yeah, crepes are yummy, especially with the savoury fillings, because I always think of pancakes as, you know, something that you have a sweet filling, but having the savoury fillings really, really suits my tastes.
I'm looking forward to it. Going and riding Remy and then getting a crepe afterwards. That would be good. That would be enjoyable. Especially if they got that escargot like crepe kind of thing.
Oh, I knew that you were going to bring that up.
They had at the was it
that wasn't a crepe, that was a pastry.
A pastry, yeah. But I reckon escargot on a crepe would go well.
No, it's totally snail free.
Oh, darn.
I do think it's really good value because it's a fixed price of $34.95, and you get a starter choice, you get a sweet crepe, a savoury crepe, and you can have an alcoholic beverage as well. So I think that's a really good price. So I hope we can manage to fit one day where we go in and give that a go, because there's so many exciting things to try.
Definitely. You'd have to make sure that whoever you go with, that you order separate things so that you can see all the flavours and colours and wonderful yum yum.
One thing I'd advise not doing is after you're filled up with, crepes and cocktails from Space 220 is getting on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Oh my word, I know. So many people are puking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, they've moved the bin that was further out of the queue right to near where you get off the ride so people can throw up in it.
Wow.
And there's also they put bags there for people's convenience.
Oh, wow. They should rename it the Vomitarium.
Oh, I am travelling with people who are prone to motion sickness, so I'm a little bit worried that they might be a bit poorly. But I am excited because it's another one of those attractions that each time you ride it, you can get a different song. And I'm very excited because some of the songs are songs that I absolutely adore from growing up.
Yeah, I think that's the great thing about the attraction that they opened up in Anaheim, that you got the different songs and that added an extra element to it. And like you said, everyone knows those songs. Like, I was an 80s kid and I knew those songs. So it's pretty exciting to hear that they're doing the same thing with this attraction as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The best time period for music ever.
It was pretty good.
So we have got rid of the electric umbrella, which my husband is still mourning the loss of, the sticky carpets and the refillable beverage options. He's mourning them with a great loss. No. But we've now got a place where you can recharge your phone for free and enjoy a range of burgers, salads and pizzas.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have some sort of classical park fare available over in Epcot because everything's so worldly. Like, having those options available, sometimes you actually feel like a burger.
Absolutely.
That's called Connections?
Yeah, Connections Eatery.
Right, okay.
And one side is the Starbucks and one side is the Eatery. So you can all get your wonderful hot or cold beverage from Starbucks and get a tasty waffle on the side.
Nice.
Can't beat a bit of waffleage.
Do you know one thing that I really do miss about being in the parks was I used to like getting those bacon and Gruyere sous vide bites that they had at Starbucks, but only some of the Starbucks had it. And so I had that down to a fine art. That was my favourite breakfast.
Oh, that's so good. Haven't seen them in a Starbucks over in the UK yet either, though, so I'm sulking.
Weird.
What else is there at Epcot we haven't mentioned? They've got rid of Mouse Gears and brought in Creations as their new go-to place for merchandise.
No, I think that's an interesting choice name because I think that having Mouse Gears there was kind of cool because it tied it back to the whole Disney experience.
Yeah.
Just remind you that you were still in the House of Mouse. But, I'm not hating Creations.
Yeah. And then really the last thing to talk about Epcot is they've extended Food and Wine for like 6 years and it's just running forever.
I'm surprised that don't just switch between Food and Wine and Flower and Garden. I was going to say Food and Garden. I'm like, no, that's the wrong word, Catherine. Just alternate between the two and be done.
They pretty much do because there's Food and Wine.
And then there's the
Garden.
changeover.
There's Festival of Holidays. Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
And then there's Art one as well. So,
I forgot about the Art one.
So I think there's probably like 1 or 2 weeks where you might get there and there's no festival on.
Well, we had that once when we were there in February, I think it was. They were setting up for Flower and Garden, but they weren't quite there. So we were seeing the topiaries just get revealed day by day.
Mm-hmm. I love a good festival, but as you say, I've watched so many videos about Food and Wine to try and get a list of anything I want to try, and I'm pretty much down to about 6 items I probably will give a go, and most of them are alcoholic, so I think I'm hanging out with you guys too much.
Yeah, that is a side effect. Sorry, Michelle.
Yeah. Well, I'll give the full report on the pineapple beer for you.
Oh, I do love I had a pineapple beer there once. I'm just trying to think when it was, and it was delicious. I think it was from Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Well, this one's from Germany, so we'll see.
Ooh.
Okay, last park, Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
They've destroyed a few attractions.
Well, there's literally nothing new that since we were there last. In fact, since we were there last, there's one less ride than what there was before with Primeval World shutting down. So yeah, it's I'm looking forward to going back and doing everything we did before. So
No. There's an addition, Lewis, that you're going to be really excited about.
Oh?
Kite tails.
What on earth is kite tails?
Big kites
Yeah,
being towed by a man on a jet ski. And they crash virtually every time.
Right. Yeah, I can see why you're not excited by that one, Lewis. You get that one.
There probably is new additions to Animal Kingdom in the fact that there's been like baby animals and stuff like that born since when they're last. So there is in fact new things to see. They just happen to be animals.
That's a good point.
Yeah. They've revamped the Nemo show to the Big Blue and Beyond and sort of condensed it a bit.
Didn't they revamp the Nemo show and make it like, not as good as the Nemo show used to be?
I'm gathering it's meant to be better because they've condensed it and shortened it.
No, the Nemo show was perfect the way it was before. It was brilliant.
Oh, look at you. He's got stuck in the mud pants back on. Sorry.
That was a great show, like the Nemo show.
No, I don't disagree that it was good, but sometimes you change things up and they're also good.
Maybe, but I think it's going to be bad.
Oh, he's skeptical. You should see his eyes.
It's bad.
He's got a skeptical look.
Well, they've done a similar thing with the Festival of the Lion King. They took away the bird dancers and the tumble monkeys, and that was basically what everyone wanted to see in the show anyway. So now they've brought them back again. It's more fun at the Festival of the Lion King.
It's so weird. I guess it came down to performers being available, and I guess because a lot of those performers would have been international, I wonder if they wanted to head home when things were getting locked down and things, and maybe it was a little bit more complex getting that back up and running, with experienced cast members.
True. It is reassuring to see when I've watched the online version of The Big Blue and Beyond, some familiar cast members playing certain roles, and it's great to see them, and I've remembered them from like 3 years ago, so it's really exciting to see them back in role, back in employment. Brilliant.
Good. It's really fantastic.
And I think we just maybe need to give a minute's silence for Primeval World before we end this.
Yeah, nah, not necessary. It was like it was fine, but I did not understand why that was in that park at all.
It was one of those attractions that you always manage to get bruised legs getting on or off because it's an omnicoaster where it just doesn't properly stop, does it?
Yeah. And I mean, that's great for, if you need a people eater, but no one went on it.
Yeah.
I did. I liked it.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry.
There was 2 tracks as well. And you look at it and went, wow, this looks like a really big ride. And then you're actually riding on half of it. So it was weird. Yeah. It's but are they planning to put anything in its place, or are they just ripped it out? Just went, it's too hard. Take it out.
I don't know. I've not heard any rumours, but it's a heck of a big chunk of property to leave blank. But again, look how long it's taken them to build Tron. It could be another 10 years before something appears.
That's true. Oh, I hope they take their time and really consider something excellent to go in there.
Well, because Dinoland now is pretty much just Dinosaur, the restaurant, and then that area where it's the paid for carnival games, and that's it.
No, you've missed the one and only reason why you go to Dinoland USA.
The aardvarks.
No. Dino Bites with the fresh baked cookie ice cream sandwich.
Yep.
That's the only reason.
Oh, so it wasn't an aardvark, it was an armadillo.
It was. Really?
It was an armadillo and a baby armadillo. It was ridiculous.
I know. It was ridiculously cute. I can vouch for that.
Well, I will put a pin in that for now, and we will chat a little bit more about this at a later point. But before we say goodbye, guys, give yourselves a bit of a shout out where everyone can find you at Diz Down Under.
Well, you can find us on the General Pop Culture Network, or just go to your podcast app of choice and search for Diz Down Under. You can also search for our other podcasts, Unscripted the Film Show and Tangent City as well. And you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. You won't find us on LinkedIn.
There is no LinkedIn, but there is Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter as well.
Awesome. So until next time, it's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from us.